That's Matt Sorum. Goodbye to You of his new album, Stratosphere, that's coming out on Tuesday on iTunes. You can pre-order it on iTunes right now, and you get an instant download of the C. We have Matt with us. Matt Sorum's Fierce Joy is here in the studio with us. Got all their instruments in their hands.
So exciting.
That's a lot different than people are used to from you, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Sensitive. Mr. I've got two French bulldogs. Mr. Snuggle Bunny.
These are all songs I played for my new wife to get her lured into the living room.
Oh, yeah. Now, you wrote all the songs on the album. Is this something that you've had, over time? It's like, let me write something down in some downtime, and then you ended up with a whole
I've been
album.
in the back, behind the drum kit going, these guys got nothing on me.
Yeah, it's like, I need to be out there.
You ever heard of Don Henley? Yeah, come on. Now he's got another drummer back there, and he just goes up front.
That's right.
I'm like, that's the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
You're like, surrounded by cymbals your whole life. But it's really cool, and it's a very cathartic process doing it because this song is really stuff that's meaningful to me. Like a lot of times when I'm in a band, it's another guy writing the lyrics. So.
Right.
This is all you.
Yeah.
All you. I can't wait to hear it. Matt Sorum and Fierce Joy are in the studio with us. What song you want to start out with?
Well, this will be the first single, The Sea.
Okay.
And wrote this at the Beach City Cowboys. No, I'm just kidding. And also, you can get this at Best Buy, too, on Tuesday, and you can download it on Amazon as well. And actually get the physical copy, believe it or not, which we have physical
right
copies.
here, yeah.
Yeah, there they are.
So
it's really good
old
artwork, so I strongly
It is
suggest-
cool looking.
I spent a lot of time on the artwork.
Stratosphere.
And I still screwed some stuff up,
Yeah.
but
Well,
that's cool.
Don't point that
Yeah.
out. We
Okay.
don't know that. It just looks awesome to us.
So this one's called The Sea. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. The tide won't let me go. Now I'm lost in the undertow. Let the water wash away my shame as the sea calls out my name. Waves break upon my lonely soul. They bring me to that heart of gold. I'll find a raft where it teaches me to be one with the sea. And the music here is so good. I'd live with orcas if I could. They all sing like Billie Holiday to make the bad things go away. Into the arms of eternity, where everything is happy and free. I can't wait to meet you there as we dive into the sea. I can't wait to meet you there as I dive into the sea.
Matt Sorum's Fierce Joy.
Matt
the
Sorum.
Sea. Beautiful song, man.
That is beautiful.
Thank you.
I want to cry. I'm holding back tears because I have eyelashes on. But that's beautiful.
That was. I mean,
Seriously.
I know you're
Getting all
a huge,
mushy.
animal lover, animal activist, and so the sea. And I know you've protested that that annual slaughter over there in Japan of the dolphins. Is that song something that
This song is actually about spiritual awakening.
Yeah,
I got off drugs and alcohol, and I saw the light.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the water for me has always been a metaphor for spirituality. And
Cleansing. Like,
Oh, yeah.
get it, just get.
yeah, I'm a little salty, but it's cool. Like,
You're fun to look at.
Yeah.
People like looking at you.
That's cool. I
the
like
ocean.
salt.
He's got a barnacle or two stuck on
Yeah,
somewhere.
look at that guy, man. He's from the sea. He's got barnacles and salt. I like that. That's sort of what happened. And actually, when I wrote the album, I went out to the desert and went out. I always heard all these great things about the desert. Graham Parsons went out there and wrote a lot and hung out at this place called the Joshua Tree
Yeah.
Inn, which you can still stay in, room 7. And it's Graham Parsons' room. And then, of course, U2 and all those guys went out there. And then Josh Homme and the guys from Queens record a lot out there. So I went out there and wrote half this record, and I hung out, and all this stuff started just flowing.
So you understood why they went out there.
Yeah, there's
It's
like a vortex of really cool energy. It's a good vibe, creative wise. And then the second half of the album, I went down to my old hometown, Laguna Beach, and I stayed in this groovy little hotel called the Surf and Sand, and that's where this song was penned. And I just kind of sat there on the balcony and watched, And I'm going to put this song out, which is actually something you can get on iTunes now, and that's the first song. And we're actually going to AAA radio, believe it or not. So they're like, Matt Sorum, Guns N' Roses, huh?
Yeah.
But we just got added to a couple stations, so it's very exciting,
It's a beautiful song.
When you went out to the desert, you said you wrote half the album out there. I mean, how long was the stay? I mean, at least
I stayed about a week,
Just a week
and I
and
had
just-
a lot of riffs. Believe it or not, it's really weird. This album I've been compiling for about 5 or 6 years, and I had a lot of stuff on cassette. More than 5 or 6 years.
Wow.
So I went.
Did you
and
have to find somebody who... Does anybody have a cassette player?
Yeah.
I don't even know what's
No,
on this.
but I love the
you had to
sound
rent
of
an old car that still had one in it.
Yeah, I love the sound of the rewind.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got to find that. So I went and found all these old riffs that I had compiled, because a lot of times when you're writing, I'm a bedroom guitarist. I'll pick up a guitar and I'll come up with an idea, and I got to put it on something, write it down and the lyrics, and then put the riff or whatever it is. So I had these cassettes, right? So I headed out there with all this stuff, and I started finding all these bits and pieces, and I compiled the album that way. And then now I've got this thing called the iPhone. It's got like a voice memo. I'm like, wow, what a concept. So
No more pieces of paper.
yeah, and then the phone. Then you lose the phone, you're really screwed. But I think you can back it up on your computer from what I was told.
Put it on the cloud. Whatever that means.
How many of just ideas that you think you might have lost because you didn't have the cassette player, you didn't have the iPhone, and you're like, oh yeah, I'll never forget this one. This
Right.
is killer.
And then the
you're
next
like,
morning,
Oh,
you're like,
yeah.
what was that?
Oh yeah, they're gone. They're gone.
Gone.
Especially melodies.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always been a melody guy, and if I don't put it on something, I'll forget it. I'll think, oh yeah, this is good. I better put that down.
Yeah, it's so
And
good
then
I'll never forget. Then, oh no, what happened?
I usually check with the wife first.
Right.
Do you like this?
Is this any good at all? Is this any good at all? So
good.
you lay in bed, like when you're having trouble falling asleep, when you say you're a bedroom guitarist, that's when you feel like you're not a lot else going on, so you can clear your mind and think about it? Or you...
I think ideas come sort of like, I better get up and pick up the guitar right now. So I have a pretty cool studio in the backyard, which is great, where we recorded this entire record. And then
It's amazing what they're doing with Tough Sheds nowadays. It's crazy.
Yeah,
You go down to Home Depot, you get yourself a little...
This is a garage album. It was actually done in a 4-car garage, but it's very nice, very converted. And I got all analog equipment. We recorded with really cool vintage instruments. This is Randy Ray Mitchell, my guitar player. I called him. I go, Randy, I need a Gretsch Country Gentleman 60s era. He goes, I got that. I go. I need a Rickenbacker 12-string, the George Harrison. I got that. I need a telly. I need this and that Vox amp.
He's your go-to.
I got that. And then my buddy Paul Ill on bass, he goes, I got flat round strings on my 62 Fender P bass.
Isn't it funny? Somebody not in the music business, I'm like, is this like a foreign language?
You're like, what?
Right.
And that amp right there, that's groovy. That's groovy stuff. That's the flip top Ampeg grooviness. And this guy Scott Bredman, he's played with Lindsey Buckingham right there. That's enough, right? I'm like, you're in. and he's a madman on the percussion. So we got tons of percussion. And this is Steve Taylor on keyboards. He didn't actually play on the album, but he's much better looking than the other keyboard.
I was like, yeah, you got yourself a nice looking bunch here.
I brought him. No, my friend Damon Fox from a band called Big Elf played organ in Wurlitzer, 1960s Wurlitzer, and a B3 with the big speakers that spin around. You know those ones?
Yeah.
And he has a van, and we unloaded the whole. I'm like,
We need a buddy with a van.
I mean, that's when guys used to carry gear around that was like meaningful, and he's like, I'm pulling up in my van in my B3, and I'm like, whoa. It's like we all, our backs, we all have to go to the chiropractor. And I got strings on the album, Lily Hayden, who played with Jimmy Page and Robert Plant, and a lot of really cool musicians. All my really good friends that maybe the world doesn't know like they should, but I love them, and that's why they're here.
What's the first song you learned to play on guitar?
Probably either Iron Man or Smoke on the Water.
Yeah, Smoke on the Water.
So
Yeah.
you always say
Right?
Smoke on the Water.
Or Paranoid,
Matt Sorum, Sphere's Joy album Stratosphere is released this coming Tuesday. You can pre-order it now on iTunes and get an instant download of that last song they just played here live, The Sea.
Beautiful.
You can't wait to hear another one. You guys want to put another one together for us?
I say just play. Come on, let's do the whole album.
Okay.
Just do the whole album. Let's
like-
go into Derek's hour. Who cares?
We could do like Daryl and Hall's. What's Daryl Hall's? What's that guy? Daryl's house.
Daryl Hall and John Oates.
Yeah, we could come over and just hang out.
What's the second song?
This song's called "Lady of the Stone," and it's quite epic on the album. There's a lot of string arrangements, live strings. This song's about global warming, which is like Matt's talking about what's going on.
Are
with
we
him.
to
Deep,
picture
man.
you out in Joshua Tree right now? Like paint the picture. Or,
You can paint the picture of this song too. It could be done like Iron Maiden if you wanted to, but it's done acoustically.
oh, cool. All right.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the rabbit hole of endless industry, needless waste and chemical dependency, climate changes, where's your urgency? Caffeinated cracker jacks lost in despondency, abandon all hope and cast them a rope if you decide to blow their minds. She speaks in tongues and hurricanes. She's stranded all alone, and with these signs we still don't hear the Lady of the Stone. And the sparrow flies to a mission where a priest has a premonition, a prophecy of the condition. Great waves will crash as angry men clash. Woman, she cries. She opens the sky and gathers the tribe of those left alive. Beneath the throne, the silent dirt, the wind begins to mow, and with these signs we still don't hear the Lady of the Stone. She cries. decide to blow their minds. She speaks in tongues and hurricanes. She's stranded all alone. And with these signs we still don't hear the lady of the stone. The lady of the stone. The lady of the stone.
Matt Sorum's Fierce Joy, Lady of the Stone, off the album Stratosphere, is going to release this Tuesday, March 11th. Go to iTunes right now and pre-order
Get
that
this
thing.
album.
That's
so
ridiculous.
good.
That was so good. Thank you guys so
Thank
much
you.
for coming in. Seriously.
This is what a Friday.
I'm glad you're out front now. I'm glad
Yes.
this is really good stuff. So definitely go out and pick it up. Pre-order right now on iTunes, and like I said, get the download on Amazon. Is that what you said? The download for the C, the first song you played?
You can download it on iTunes.
iTunes.
You
Best
get
Buy?
two songs on iTunes now, and for $7.99. And then Best Buy, you can get the physical copy, and Amazon, you can get the physical copy Tuesday.
Fierce Joy.
Matt
March
Sorum's
11th.
Fierce Joy album Stratosphere. Definitely pick it up. Thank you guys for coming in. We got to take a break. We're Heidi and Frank.
That was just a little sample of the Heidi and Frank Show on 95.5 KLOS. Now, to get the show in its entirety, on demand, and if you want to watch the show, we webcast it every day, all you have to do is go to HeidiandFrank.com and become a premium package member. Do it right now.